Good evening, everybody. We have a lot to talk about this evening as we have a very interesting developing storm to talk about for the upcoming weekend. Right now I'm looking at the infrared satellite picture, and basically what we have is we have a lot of moisture and a lot of lifting developing off the east coast, and that is because we have cool air along the coastal plain of the mid-Atlantic and New England. As you can see with the lighter blue color, that's a cooler ground, contrasting to the warm Atlantic waters, especially along the Gulf Stream, where this contrast is developing. You're getting a lot of lifting at the lower levels, and thus a lot of showers and cloud cover, and some of that cloud cover has even moved into the forecast area. Now, when we look at the water vapor image, we see a lot of interesting things. One, look at where the moisture is coming from. The moisture is going all the way back to the South Pacific, and it streams through Mexico into the Gulf of Mexico and up the east coast. Meanwhile, we have a very important weak disturbance that is diving through the Ohio Valley, which I'll talk about in a minute. And down to the southeast, we have a tropical disturbance. Now, I want to talk about this tropical disturbance just for a few seconds here. This tropical disturbance is not well developed. It's getting more better defined. The low levels circulation is better defined, but the showers and thunderstorms are rather weak. What this disturbance does have is plenty of moisture, latent heat release, and the ability to intensify a coastal low pressure system along the east coast this weekend. However, I do not think that this disturbance will become a hurricane. Now, that's important because when we look at the GFS, there's a big difference between the GFS and the European and Canadian models. The GFS wants to turn this tropical disturbance into a strong tropical system, and as such, it produces the majority of the forcing along the coast with that tropical disturbance, which creates a completely different type of forecast compared to what the European shows. The European has the main dominant upper level feature being the 500 millibar low over the southeast. And that's important because if the dominant feature is out over the ocean, then the precipitation is further out to sea. So here's basically what I think is going to happen. First thing to pick up on, we have a weak disturbance that is currently moving through the Ohio Valley. It will dive to the southeast, start to feed on the weakness that is developing off the east coast, and slowly become a closed upper level low. This upper level low will intensify due to a strong convergence and confluence at the surface, which is creating a tremendous amount of lifting. That lifting will produce a favorable environment for cyclogenesis. Again, let's go back to the water vapor images for a few seconds. Now, the water vapor image shows a tremendous amount of lifting, a lot of moisture, a favorable area for cyclogenesis off the east coast. We have that disturbance diving down through the Ohio Valley. So everything is coming together this evening for the development of this upper level low. And when that upper level low develops, everything starts to come together. So here's the forecast that I'm going with right now. The upper level low intensifies over the southeast on Wednesday and Thursday. There's going to be a tremendous amount of lifting in the areas that are shaded in yellow for Friday and Saturday. Now, the weakness that's off the coast will spawn a weak surface low. Meanwhile, the upper level winds that are intensifying and strengthening due to the developing upper level low will pick up our tropical disturbance, drag it to the north and northwest. That tropical disturbance will become a subtropical low, not purely warm core nor cold core. It will be a hybrid storm, and that hybrid storm will merge with the weakness in the weak low pressure system off the coast, become one storm Friday night into Saturday, and produce a tremendous amount of heavy rain and strong winds for the east coast. So what am I expecting with this storm on Friday through Saturday? Well, basically, you can expect very heavy rainfall, possibly up to 3 to 5 inches of rain, very windy conditions. Wind gusts could easily exceed tropical storm strength. We're going to have to watch that carefully. But the biggest factor here, especially for the Long Island Sound, for the battery around New York, for the New Jersey coast, and down towards the Delmarva, will be coastal flooding. Well, that's the forecast for tonight. Thank you.